Hey, this is Firestarter. Welcome back to Let's Play Democracy 3. In our quarterly report here, you see that we are increasing our GDP, which was our main focus. However, my main focus was the GDP because I thought I would kill two birds with one stone, increase GDP, decrease unemployment in the same time. That's not the case here. Unemployment has stayed at a steady pace here, so that might be something I want to work with as my main focus here on out. However, health is still a major concern. In fact, this game called all you people fat. I'm serious. We have an obesity problem, so take that for what it is. Crime is going down, and poverty. I'm not sure how to read this. Is our poverty being decreased in a positive way? You know what I'm saying? Our poverty is decreasing, so that's a good thing. I'm going to assume that's what that means because, our crime is going down, and yet our crime bar is going up in the green, so, whatever. Alright. Our credit rating did get upgraded to an A. We're looking at a AAA though, that's what we want. However, we'll take the A. Alright. So what do we have here? And the election is in 3 turns. Our popularity is really high. Check that out. We are at a new peak right now at a 67%. We have a surplus. We balanced the budget. We're lowering our debt. We decreased our military spending. Everything looks good. I mean, we're taxing the smokers. We're giving less money to the retired people. Some of our popularity is still pretty high. I mean, the retired people controlled 20% of my voters or something like that. Actually, 19% of my voters. So I don't know. Did a few of them die off or what? Either way, we're in a pretty good situation, I think. Equality is going down. Why? The tobacco tax? We saw a major decrease here in equality. Yeah, because of our tobacco tax. However, it did go up. I think I decreased our tobacco tax a little bit because I wanted to appease the everyone group. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. It says, where's everyone? I know everyone is here. Yeah, everyone. And it even tells us everyone is 100% of the people. Like, we didn't know that already. But either way, we lowered our tobacco tax to increase our popularity. And we're in the green right now, so I'm pretty confident we're going to be re-elected. So what are the major concerns right now? Our GDP is increasing. However, unemployment has stayed the same. And I really do want to work on that issue right now. So let's mouse over GDP. We should find unemployment right here. Alright. So private schools. I'm going to take a look at private schools. If I lower this, private schools will go down. Yeah, of course. Poor earnings go down. Equality will go down. Socialism, they'll like us more. I think I'm going to increase this. But before I do that, I don't remember how much our surplus was. Almost 70 billion. Okay. Private schools. Here we go. We're going to give more people school vouchers, right? We're at somewhere around $37 billion per quarter. Let's just increase this to a $45 billion one-turn implementation delay. It's a win-win. The socialists won't like us, but we'll appease them somehow, right? The liberals, they hold like 40% of the people or something. Actually, 54% of the people. So we may want to look at appeasing them. However, our popularity is already high. Let's just take a look at the liberals anyway. Handgun laws. Let's take a look at the handgun laws. If we increase the restrictions on our handgun laws, the liberals won't like us. Parents will like us. Actually, I'm not going to touch this one. What else can we do here? Liberals. Prisoner tagging. What the hell is prisoner tagging? A high-tech alternative to incarceration that allows people to reintegrate with the community upon release from prison, whilst allowing law enforcement authorities to keep a close eye on them. Can you say racial profiling in the same time? I mean, I don't know. I kind of think those go hand in hand in a way. So, if we decrease prisoner tagging, the liberals will like us more, crime will increase a little bit, and violent crimes will increase a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the policy. That should appease the liberal people a little bit, right? Death penalty. So we're only giving the death penalty to the people who are doing some mass murders. But we can we can give the death penalty for most crime. Honestly, we don't want to do that. Conservatives will love this though. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna touch the death penalty right now. We have 8 political capital to work with. Our GDP is increasing. We still want to work with our unemployment issue. And in turn, you would think that would increase our popularity in the same time, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at unemployment. I'm going to go next turn because I'm thinking if we still have a high enough surplus, I can increase the military spending by a little bit. It seems that the military spending is really increasing our unemployment rate. I don't know. I mean, look at this. I mean, it shows a minus 16% because, we're spending so much money into this, and those are, I guess, people being employed, but if I spent another 20 billion, that might go down to like a minus 22%. Who knows? So, I don't know. I'm gonna keep my eye on that. Right now, we're at a minus 16.8%. Okay, so go next turn. Internet tracking. I'm obviously going to be biased on this one. The increasing capability of large corporations to use customer databases and big data to analyze consumer behavior has led to concerns about privacy, of course. We're going to ban tracking. I'm not going to even look at the other option. Crime is increasing. That was to be expected. Unemployment is going down. So, things are looking good. I'm not going to worry about crime right now. We'll see what happens. And look at that, the liberals, they're liking us. I mean, at least their opinion is increasing of us, right? What was I looking to do? Increasing the military budget. What is our, wow, $121 billion surplus. So let's go ahead and let's just do it. Increase this, unemployment should go down slightly, right? We're spending $192 billion. Let's go ahead and bring that up to a $205 billion. 192 to 205 billion has huge benefits here, although it's only an 8-turn delay. I'm thinking we're going to get reelected anyway. Let's go ahead and apply the changes here. 20 political capital to work with. Our popularity is rising. Awesome. Okay. Wait. So we're tackling the unemployment issue right now, and I think obviously there is going to be a lag there, but let's just take a look at it. Yeah, there's a 2-turn delay from the technology and immigration, so I'm not gonna touch that yet. Should I don't know, go ahead and tackle some other issues like homelessness? Maybe we'll do something about our immigration issue, border controls. So, I think minorities will like us better. If we lower our budget here just a little bit, the Patriots, they won't like it. But I'm kind of curious if they're the ones carrying around like the Confederate flags and shit like that. Let's just lower this down to like a 2 billion. Let's appease some of our people, right? 7 political capital to work with. We'll just go ahead and hit next. Suicide bomb. An explosion has just occurred in the middle of one of our country's largest shopping centers. Not cool. Homelessness. The situation is now at an end. Oh, that's good, but I'm still curious. Or, yeah, very curious about the suicide bomb. More concerned than anything. The Revolutionary Army, actually, the size of these people are going down. So why the hell is this terrorist shit happening? Might not be from one of these groups, Who knows? The liberals, their opinion is still increasing. Popularity went down a little bit. What happened? That could have been the result of that terrorist attack, right? I don't know. Is 65% of the people's opinion of us going to be enough to get reelected? I mean, who knows? Maybe, obviously 65% of those people are not going to go and vote. Let's take a look at the opinion polls. What do these people think? You're a parent. You're holding a child there, right? Party membership, the Jehovah Party, who are my rivals. Maybe I should increase opinion of the parents. I don't know. Let's take a look at the graph here. No matter what, I don't have enough time to appease those people. Election is in one more turn, so I can't worry about that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be re-elected, so I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on the future of the country, right? I do want to work with the parents, though. Let's tackle drug addiction. And how are we going to tackle drug addiction? Let's take a look at narcotics. We're going to tackle drug addiction by legalizing cannabis. What kind of effect is this going to have? Let's see. Actually, the liberals will like this. The parents obviously won't. And I do kind of want to work with the parents. Crime is going to go. Is that up? But you know what? If I can do this, if there is something I can do to legalize weed, and tax it, let's take a look at tax. Recreational drugs tax. Okay. I'm gonna do this just because. Let's take a look at that's narcotics. We're going to legalize weed. Here we go. And then we're going to tax it. We can't do that right now. Let's go ahead and go next turn. Alright, election. Start count. There are a lot of non-voters out there, but check this out. This was not even close. That's pretty awesome. Unemployment still the same. GDP. There is an urgent policy question that requires our immediate attention. Ban same-sex marriage. Uh, you know, we're going to allow marriages. I mean, we're not in the 1970s anymore, people. Let's go and continue. All right. I want to tax cannabis. That's right. So let's go ahead and do that. Implement. I'm going to increase that all the way up. They have a $108 billion surplus. Our debt's going down. It's still over $2 trillion, but we were over $3 trillion. So, wow, popularity hit a new peak. We are loved. So what is an issue we should tackle right now? Unemployment. Let's go ahead and tackle that. That's going to be our main focus right now. And that should affect our GDP in the same time. So unemployment. I think we have already increased our police force, right? We can give subsidies, rail subsidies, get more jobs out there and appease the commuters in the same time. The motorists won't like this. I don't know, we'll increase this by a little bit. Up to a 65 billion per quarter. And we really want to tackle our unemployment problem. Okay. And I think that's all we can do right now. Let's go ahead and hit next turn. Beers. High productivity, a new situation has developed. Our workforce are extremely productive, producing a higher amount of practically everything in comparison with our competitors. Awesome. Credit rating upgraded. Do we got triple? Double A. Alright, so the decisions we made in the first few turns of the last video have made huge impact. GDP going up, unemployment not touched. So, I mean, we're still working on that. If we find unemployment here, yeah, we have like a 6-turn lag here, 8-turn lag. So I'm not gonna mess with it too much. Although, maybe there are other policies we can implement to tackle this problem. Would that be under public services? I don't know. Economy, maybe. Not welfare. I don't know. But this import tariffs. Cheap imports can be damaging to the economy because local companies cannot match the lower salaries paid by foreign competitors. This is very popular with the voters. International trade will go down, which will more than likely decrease our GDP. This is very popular with the voters, though. Let's go ahead and do a low import tariff here, right? I'm convinced, though, that this is going to really affect our GDP in a huge way. We'll find out. Looking for unemployment. There we go. We still have a $127 billion surplus. And I think I even improved military spending, right? Or did I not? I might do that next turn. Foreign Affairs Minister resigns. Of course, right after I implemented that bill. Suicide bomb. Kidding me. Alright. Foreign Affairs Minister. This person is experienced, he's very loyal, he sympathizes to the commuters and the motorists, which I think I can appease them. We'll go ahead and hire this guy. Now, military spending right here. Wait a minute, before I do that, we are still at a what? Oh wow, $200 billion surplus. Military spending is still by far what we're spending most of our money on, but I'll take that up to a $225 or $230 billion rather per quarter. Unemployment will go down. Liberals won't like this, but whatever. You guys are gonna have to deal with it. Debt interest 11.3 billion. If I remember right, debt interest used to be way over here. Okay, we're looking good. So, unemployment, we still want to tackle that problem. There we are, unemployment. Well, we did increase our military spending, so that's going to change it by a lot. I think for right now, I'm going to leave it as is. Alright. And according to that chart, let me go back there. GDP, where's unemployment? There you are. Unemployment is going down. Slightly, but it's still going down. So I'm going to leave unemployment as is right now because we do have that delay. Now, we do have a 20 capital right now, so what do we want to do with it? We can tackle our obesity problem, right? Food Standards Agency, oh, we already have that at a max. Free school, do I really want to get rid of this? If I lower this, I mean, if I just cancel this policy altogether, the obesity would be right down here neutral. I mean, that's just affected this policy, but I didn't have this obesity problem until I enacted the free school meals, right? Poverty will go back. You know, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to provide free school meals. Private health care. Let's take a look at private health care. Let's introduce a fire starter health care. Oh no, let's increase our spending. It'll be better than Obamacare, right? And people will love us. Popularity of voters, very high. If we increase this, capitalists won't like us. The wealthy don't like it. I mean, it's not going to benefit them. They can afford it, right? Unemployment will go down. Well, we will cover all major operations. What were we before? Life-threatening operations. We'll cover... We'll go ahead and do all major operations, and we'll go from like an $85 billion per quarter to... This isn't going to touch obesity unless we really kick this up. But I'm gonna do this anyway. Let's go with the 95 billion then. We can't do it. Don't have enough political capital anyway. Or did we? Did I just... I don't know, I've been drinking. Maybe I'm not reading this stuff right. Let's go ahead and go next turn. Fear of terrorism. Following recent terror attacks on our country, people are scared. More will follow. we did have two terrorist attacks, right? Enhanced interrogation techniques. Oh, are we talking about waterboarding here? Our intelligence services have detained several terrorists who we believe are part of a larger network. Unfortunately, our interrogations of these individuals have failed to gain any information about who their contacts might be. Our intelligence services are concerned that without this information, this larger network could carry out an attack on our soil, and they want permission to use so called enhanced interrogation techniques, such as waterboarding, stress positions, and sleep deprivation. You know, see, I'm torn on this issue, even in real life. Um, Waterboarding is terrible, right? We all know that. But let's just we're just gonna go by this game, okay? I have had two terrorist attacks on my last term. I'm gonna combat terrorism, so I'm gonna use these techniques, and that's what I'm gonna do. Everyone is going down. But they didn't like the fact that one of my ministers resigned. The fear of terrorism. Wow. All right. And our popularity went from 74 to 35%. So yeah, we'll waterboard people so we can get reelected. That's just how we roll. So what are we gonna do right now? Let's take a look at that quarterly report. Health is still a major concern. However, we are implementing ideas, to combat that issue. And unemployment, I think. Yeah, well, we have huge turn delays right here. So let's try to make people happier. Let's enact more policies. Like youth club subsidies. We'll throw money into this. What is our surplus? 189 billion. We can afford it. Free youth clubs ensure that teenagers have a place to go, which can help them stay out of trouble. Just buy them computers, shit. Oh, look at that. Just $4 billion per quarter. Crime will go down. This is a win. We're gonna do that. What else can we do here? Public services. ENDRA. I have no idea what that is. The Ecological and Natural Disaster Resilience Agency aims to protect the public and businesses from problems such as flooding and wildfires. I don't know. Let's see how that affects. What else can we do here? Transport? Nope. Water? Nope. Did I just implement that? Alright, next turn. Our intelligence services have discovered a terrorist leader that has been helping organize plots against the country. Unfortunately, he is located in another country outside of the jurisdiction over police, and the nation in question cannot be trusted to deal with the terrorists themselves. Our special forces believe they can enter the country and eliminate his leader, but need your permission to launch an attack on a foreign nation's soil. They have weapons of mass destruction and they're going to use it against us, so we're going to authorize the attack. Alright. Our surplus is just getting bigger and bigger, even though I'm implementing ideas that are spending more and more money, so that's a good sign. So let's just go ahead and implement more ideas. I mean, what's our deficit right now? Just over 2 trillion. Alright. Bus lanes. Car emission limits. That might be something I might do, because the environmentalists, they don't like us, I don't think. They're indifferent. The liberals, I was working on them and now they're like, yeah, creationism versus evolution. So right now we teach both systems, right? We're gonna go with we're gonna teach only evolution. The religious people are gonna hate us, of course. The religious people, we don't have no capital to do that anyway. But I'm curious, the religious, where are you? 35%. That's probably a bad idea. I mean, especially considering if we're trying to increase our popularity. It is going up though. I'm gonna go ahead and go next turn. I'm probably going to implement that anyway. Oh shit. Suicide bomb. Credit rating. AAA. Cyber warfare. Our nation suffers from a serious problem of deliberate cyber warfare conducted by a combination of rival governments, criminal organizations, and international terror groups. Wow. Alright. And what was that? Our GDP is going down. Popularity is really low. Alright. We need to tackle this terrorism problem, right? Intelligence services. We're going to increase that all the way. I don't know if that's going to affect that in any way, but no, we're going to find out. Let's take a look at this. Freedom League. How do we decrease that? I don't know who the Freedom League people are. Well, let's just look at our thing here. Well, the everyone thing right here. But let's go ahead and cancel policy on the tobacco tax. Everyone will like that, right? Okay, everyone. Internet crime. Let's fix internet crime. Let's try that again. Let's fix internet crime. I mean, we increased our intelligence network, right? What else can we do here? What is that icon? The NDRA. What are we going to do? I'm just gonna go next turn. Hopefully something good happens here. Failed assassination attempt. The Freedom League. They are apparently angry enough about our government's treatment of liberal issues to try to blow you up to pieces. Okay, so we know what group of people are involved in this now, so let's go and try to fix that. Yeah, we'll go evolution only. This is going to, increase the liberal people's opinion bias by a lot, right? We'll do that. Another failed assassination attempt by the Freedom League, of course. But we're resolving this issue. Liberal people going up. Conservatives, patriots, trade unionists. Let's go ahead and try to work with these people, right? Private prisons. Well, let's just cancel this policy. I'm thinking about canceling it because I don't know. I'm not spending a lot of money here at all, right? But there's not a lot of benefit at where we're at right now. The conservatives and the capitalists like us a little bit. And I don't know what I think about private prisons, to be honest with you. I'm just going to cancel this policy. End it right there. Alright, obviously the religious people, we're not going to be able to appease these guys. I mean, we're teaching evolution, they're just not gonna like us. Private healthcare. Whoa, what happened there? Let's do that again. Trade unionist, private healthcare. I really want to increase this. Let's go with the $60 billion per quarter. Our surplus has come down by a lot here. Popularity went back up, but we're just over the middle of our second term here. And I'm using all these different tools to increase their popularity. But if my surplus goes down too far, and I look to ways to, increase our surplus, that's going to bring our popularity down by a lot, I would imagine. And let's just implement new ideas. Maternity leave. Why not implement something like that? Parents are going to love it. Productivity down. So what are we at? We can give them 3/4 pay, a full pay. Let's give them 3/4 pay. That's not really fair. I mean, I don't know. Let's just go with it. Next turn. Assault on terrorists failed. Our special forces failed to catch terrorist forces by surprise, and after some exchanging gunfire, they are forced to retreat, and 2 of the soldiers were killed in action. In addition to this immediate tragedy, this is an embarrassment to our forces and to us internationally, as we broke international law and didn't achieve anything. Not cool. Oh, our surplus went back up. Let's tackle violent crime real quick. Or just keep working with the trade unionists right now. Although there should be a no lag. Guess we'll work with everyone. Gated communities, if we increase that, crime will go down, of course. The liberals won't like this very much. And we're trying to work with the liberals, right? They keep trying to assassinate us. I mean, we got it to the point where, the Freedom League is going down in numbers. Let's keep working with them because they're the immediate threat right now. What am I going to do here? I don't know. Foreign aid. This is a good one. The Patriots won't. We'll go with a. We want to increase foreign relations. We have a foreign relation ambassador, or minister rather. I think minorities will like us more. In the United States. 2-turn delay. Let's just go with this. Implement new ideas. Junk food tax to combat our health issue with obese people, right? Obesity is going to go down by a big factor. Youth are not going to like us. We're going to do like a minimal tax for right now. Alright, this is a huge factor in obesity, so let's just do that. Next turn. DNA database. Police chiefs are requesting that they be allowed to build up a global database of everyone's DNA to assist them in fighting crime. If we, okay, allow database, this is likely to be an invaluable weapon in the fight against crime, well, obviously, but prevent database. This is a fundamental breach of our citizens. We're going to allow the database. All right. Still, $168 billion surplus, or trillion, or our debt is now at a 1.2 trillion. That is awesome. So, what are we going to work on right now? I mean, we work on everyone. I mean, we're working on crime and stuff right now, right? I know there's fear of terrorism. Yeah, we had 3 terrorist attacks. Internet crime. How can we combat internet crime? Intelligence services. 10 turn delay. 4 turn delay there. Crime. We legalized marijuana there. That didn't help any, right? Maybe we'll just implement more bills. Public services. Or law and order. CCTV cameras. Oh, the liberal people, my god. Crime spots only. We'll do that. We'll spend $9 million. We'll go ahead and do that. The liberal people, I don't know, maybe we'll just implement more ideas that'll appease those guys. Community policing. We'll go with the maximum right there. Why not? Next turn. Check that out. Using a combination of prudence and economic ability, you have managed to keep the country's finances in the black for 5 whole years. Congratulations. Cool. Ban tobacco adverts. There is no direct 100% proven evidence that tobacco is anywhere near as harmful as some pressure groups claim. I'm a smoker, but we know that's bullshit. We know that shit's harmful. Let's just ban the adverts. See this quote down here. I am the president. You cannot grab me like that. Saddam Hussein. Alright. So, our debt is at a 1 trillion right now. We're looking good. GDP is still going up. Crime is going down. Health, is still pretty bad. Unemployment, still the same. Our popularity, we're at 72%, and our peak value was almost 75%. So, people love us right now. It looks like we could get a 3rd term here. We have, 6 turns left. I think we can do it. The Freedom League membership is going down, so we shouldn't have any more attacks from those guys, assassination attempts, which is pretty cool. So things are looking pretty good for me in this game. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.